welcome back to my channel and to today's video, which is another haul. I thought that I would have some kind of haul, but I wasn't expecting it to be this haul because I went back to York for a few days and I went to go sourcing around the charity shops and started at my favourite one first, which is not in my local town, it's sort of in the next village to my local town. And I had some donations to take. It's the handiest one to drop off donations at because it's got a car park in front of it. But basically, I know the manager that runs the shop. I got to know her whilst I was still living back in York. And every time I go home, I do usually pop in, see what they've got, have a chat with her. And this time, she very kindly invited me into the back of the charity shop to have a look at what they'd got. And there was a few nice bits. And on top of that, she said to me, do you know what? Whatever you want, you can have it for £1 an item, which I was really happy about. The reason for that is that they are absolutely inundated with donations, and they really don't have much storage space. So it ends up being that about 80% of what they get donated has to go to other stores. But whilst they're waiting between van drivers, it really does mount up. So she was more than happy for me to go through and select what I want, and give me it for £1 an item just to get rid of it. So I ended up, I could have got more, but I was relatively conservative. So I ended up with 22 items, so it would have been £22, and she let me have it for 20 quid. So absolutely amazing. There's some really nice pieces in this haul, really quality items, especially things that are sort of vintage pieces of clothing, which just don't sell in my area back home because it's a lot of the older generation who are donating them because they bought them in the 80s. There's not so much of the younger generation who like to buy vintage clothes. A lot of the younger generation where I'm from, the kind of people that, you know, would buy new things, and, you know, not into that vintage style, which works for me because obviously that is some of the most profitable stuff out there. You get all of the younger people in the cities who like to buy vintage, and they're happy to pay really good prices for it. So yeah, it's worked in my favour. I'll stop yapping and I will show you what I've got. Quite a lot of coats and jackets, which is perfect given that we are now in autumn. And the first one isn't vintage at all, and in fact probably would suit someone from my area. It is a puffer jacket from VIII. It's black and white, got the logo on it, and it is a size medium. Because this is all in the back, she hadn't actually priced it yet. So that's the first item. I need to make some room to show you all this. I'll quickly show you. Got two IKEA bags, but that's because so much of it is coats, but it takes up a lot of space. One thing I've not worked out yet is where I'm going to store it all, because I do not have a lot of storage space available to me at the moment. I've filled it all. But anyway, let me crack on. So, the next item is a barber jacket. This is a men's size extra small. It is the classic quilted jacket in olive green. It has barber, where is it? Is it over here? Why does it say barber? Oh, it's on this pocket here. It says barber on that pocket. And yeah, got the cord collar, and we all know that label. So hopefully about 30 to 35 for that, which isn't bad out of £1. Well, technically it works out at 91p per item. The next thing I got was this Suzuki racing jacket. This is really cool. Maybe someone who actually races will buy it, or maybe some young person who wants to look cool will buy it. For those of you who know Hackney, this is a very Hackney jacket. This is a size large, and it's got the elasticated waist around the bottom, and then on the back it says Suzuki Racing. So yeah, not sure how much that will be worth, but we'll have to do some research. So this is, the next item is a vintage leather jacket. It is in beautiful worn condition. I love worn leather, and it's this really nice brown coloured jacket. The label is just real leather. It's a size small, and I might keep it for myself because it fits me rather nicely, and I do really like it. Do I need any more coats or jackets? No, I absolutely don't. But, you know, the beauty of reselling is that you can buy something, keep it for yourself for a while, and then resell it when you don't wear it anymore. So that's the back of it. And it is definitely an oversized size small. It is more of a size medium, but that's nice because it means you can get a jumper on underneath it. We then have, in a similar vein, a vintage suede jacket. This is from C&A, so that's the back of it. This one, again, it's worn. You know, you can see around the cuffs there, it has some wear to it. I'll try the suede brush on it, but, you know, it's not bad condition, it's just worn condition. It's 100% suede, and I still think someone will really love it. So I think that should be worth a decent amount of money. It's a bomber jacket. It's got the elasticated waist, and again, it does fit me. It does fit me very nicely, but I shan't be keeping it because I have my own jacket very similar. It's faux suede. I can show you. This jacket, bought it 10 years ago. From a shop called Springfield in Fuerteventura, where we went on an October holiday to Fuerteventura, and it was a bit chilly, so I bought this jacket at 14 years old, and still now, I turn 25 next week, and it still fits me. It must have been kind of oversized, although I've not grown massively since I was 14, 15, to be honest with you. But yeah, so I've got this. I don't need to keep this, I can sell this. Put that back in there. But yeah, that's probably my oldest jacket. I don't think getting 10 years wear out of it is too bad, especially because it's still in perfect condition. But yeah, so with this, we'll see how much it's worth. I'm not sure, but it's real suede and it's proper vintage, so I think it should be worth a decent amount of money. We then have, speaking of coats that I have similar to, I bought the exact same coat that I already own. So obviously I'll be reselling it and not keeping it. And it's from H&M, so you know, it's not an amazing brand, but it's a really lovely coat. It is this checked overcoat, it's a long one. On me, it comes to just below my knee, and it's a size large. I do think this was a women's large. I bought mine on Vinted, and I paid £30 for mine, so hopefully I can get something similar for this. I'm not sure if it has any wool in it or not. It has 3% wool in it, but it's a really nice jacket, and I still think it'll sell well. So yeah, was not going to leave that behind. But how funny that it's the same jacket in the same size that I own it in. We then have, moving away from outerwear, this is a mint velvet top. I pick mint velvet up when it's cheap, so because this was under £1, thought it was worth it. Size 14, just a little pink blouse. It's got this kind of sheer mesh at the top. It's a crepe material, elasticated sleeves. Classic mint velvet, it'll be polyester, I'm not even going to check. Yeah, maybe we'll get 15 for that. I'm not sure. Then this next top, this again is one of those things that is fashionable for more so in cities. It's this sort of, I think this is called chinoiserie, this kind of pattern and fabric. I'm not sure. It might not actually, because I think chinoiserie is the French one with the birds on it. tell me in the comments what this is if I've not got that correct, if you know what it is. But it's by a brand called Debut, and this one is a size 16. I'm actually going to see if one of my friends wants it because I think they'll like it, but I think it's probably too big for them because I don't think they're a 16. But yeah, less than £1. We then have a women's Zara sort of shacket, you know, overshirt jacket. Really nice check pattern with a pink, blue and red in it. And it is a size extra large. So knowing Zara, that'll be a 14. Ridiculous that a 14 is extra large. But I did check it in the shop and it's about 20% wool blend, which I was happy to see. I think that'll be quite popular. See if I can get 25 for it maybe. I'm not sure. I might be being optimistic with that. Then a brand that I never usually pick up these days, VIII. It is these velour black trousers, you know, evening wear. It won't be long before we're getting into Christmas party season, that kind of stuff. But these are new with tags, still with a price on at £49, size 14. So wouldn't usually pick up VIII, but because it's brand new, it's a decent size, it's kind of the right season for them, I thought I'll give it a go. We'll see if they sell or if they stick around forever. Then I'm kind of tempted to keep these for myself for the flat because they are so cozy. They are women's, but I don't care. It's a pair of Whistles knitted trousers. So you see Whistles there. They have the white side stripe down them and sort of semi-elasticated cuffs. And these are a wool and cashmere blend. So they are 95% wool, 5% cashmere. And I just think these would be so cozy. Our flat is already very cold and we've not even hit, you know, single digits yet on the temperature. There you go. So yeah, I am actually going to try these on and I may well keep them for myself for this season. I know that they are meant for someone, you know, that you could go to work in them or whatever, but for me, these will just be to lounge around the house in. Then something that I wouldn't usually get because it's a size extra small, but for the price, I thought it was worth a punt. It's a Gant Jumper, floral print, extra small. I don't know where the size label's gone. There you go. And it's cotton. Not much more to say about it. We'll see what I can get. That's one bag empty. Then a piece of proper bread and butter is a Craghoppers fleece, but it has this really nice embroidered panel across the chest. It says this is a size 16. It looks small to me for a 16, but no, the label does say 16. Must just be a tighter fit. You know, probably only 12, maybe 15 at a push, but I think it will sell pretty quickly on eBay, and for what I paid for it, I need to stop saying for less than £1, for what I paid for it, worthwhile. And in a similar vein is this regatta sort of running top. It's that really fine material, really soft, and this is a size 12. Oh, not regatta, Mountain Warehouse. Again, 10 to 12 quid, probably. That might be vintage fodder, but cheap enough. Then a brand which has been slow to sell for me in the past, but it's 100% merino and it's a size 14, is this Fenright & Manson merino wool blazer. So it's got the 4 pockets on it, got a button down front. There is a button there, it's not missing. They've just not done it up. We'll see what it's worth. I feel like Fenright & Manson is one of those brands that used to do really well and has slowed down a lot. But, you know, I'd take 20 quid for it if that's what it came to. Well, I'd take less if I had to, but and basically what I'm saying is, I'm hoping, realistically, maybe it's worth more like 30, but I'm keeping my expectations low. Then, another piece of VIII. This is also 14, so I'm wondering if it's from the same donor as the trousers. I picked this up more for the style of it. It's a navy blue cord skirt with the zip at the front and the pockets. Again, you know, phase 8 is phase 8, but I think the style will sell that, even if it's not for a huge amount. This is something I picked up from the shop floor. It's a fat face men's shirt. It is a 2XL, regular fit. They had out at £4. And let's see what the material is. 54% linen, 46% cotton. Makes sense, it does feel like linen. This will be put away until spring, but it's a 2XL, and I was willing to. I picked that up. God, get your teeth in, Jack. I picked that up when I was looking around the shop before she asked me if I wanted to have a look in the back. So I was willing to pay the £4 for it, but to get it for 91p, amazing. Yeah, there's a few bits here that I picked up from the shop floor that I'll show you. The next thing is a BHS Jumper. It's a size medium. They had it out as a £5. Really nice colour block, cream, grey and navy. And yeah, not a huge amount to say about it. It's got the logo on the bottom. Gabici does pretty well for me. It's a wool blend jumper, I think. Is it 30% wool? Yeah, 30% wool blend. Hopefully around the £20 mark for that. Then we have a men's Blue Harbour lamb's wool jumper. This is a size extra large. It's a really nice jumper with the sort of Aztec Fair Isle pattern on it. You know, all the different tones of beige and some blue running through it. Size XL as well. Wasn't going to leave that behind. Final jumper before our last couple of coats. I'm saving the best item for last. This is a vintage BHS jumper. Again, as I spoke about, that sort of vintagey stuff that city people tend to prefer to country people. You know, I know it's very generic, but typically. Anyway, this is out at a £5. It's a 42-inch chest, so I'd say that's size large, maybe even an extra large. That looks bigger than a 42-inch chest for me, so I think it's an oversized fit. But yeah, I'm sure that will sell. Then, really nice Dax Trench Coat, and it's very heavily lined. It feels like it's got almost, well, it's quilted actually inside. It's got some quilting between the lining and the outer. So it's this Dax Trench Coat. Let's see how much I can show you. It's got the belt with it, it's just tied at the back. Yeah, and you can see the Dax logo there. And that is a size medium. Really nice coat. Actually something that I would wear, but I just don't need any more coats or jackets. And I think that should be worth, hopefully, a decent amount of money. I feel like Dax is a decent brand. I've never sold it before. And then finally, we have this huge Shearling overcoat. It's a long one. It's fully lined. It's got the cuffs. Even the pockets on the front are lined. I can show you. And this isn't by a specific brand, like it's, let me see if I can find the label. It's such a heavy coat. This would be like probably 2 kilos. It just says Shearling, guaranteed original, the best of the best. It says 52 underneath it, so I'm not sure what that relates to. I feel like that's a European size, but it is so heavy and thick. And I've had a look at comps. I think I can get about 70 for it, which is obviously fantastic. I'm going to say it for one final time. Fantastic from a 91p investment. But yeah, that's everything that I picked up. And I feel like a proper reseller now. I've got contacts. I know a manager who will let me in the back and give me stuff for £1. So that is fantastic. But it's obviously reliant on me going home in my car rather than on the train. Well, to get it back to London anyway. I do quite often drive because it works out cheaper than trains these days. And it offers me full flexibility. Also, where my parents live, the public transport isn't great. So anyway, yeah, pleased to have made that contact, but it'll be a limited number of times a year that I can do that. which, you know, is fine because, as I've said, storage space and not plush in. So yeah, I need to find room for all of this now. I think the key to that is getting it all listed ASAP. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching this. I am really, really chuffed. Had a really nice time. I was in, what I was going to say at the start of the video is that I didn't end up going to any of the charity shops because I didn't need to buy anything else. And I was in there for like an hour and a half because me and the manager were just having a really good chat and a catch up because I'd not seen her in such a long time. And it was a wonderful couple of hours of my day on Tuesday. So yeah, again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If there is anything that you've seen that you like and you want to buy, feel free to leave me a comment below if I get to it before it goes live on eBay. And yes, I will see you all again soon with my next video.